Okay, everybody, chapter 17, example 2. This is page 12 of the packet. Let's go through and read it. Would being part of a support group that meets regularly help people who are wearing the nicotine patch actually quit smoking? A county health department tries an experiment using several hundred volunteers who are planning to use the patch. The subjects were randomly divided into 2 groups. Okay, so that's going to help us out here. People in group 1 were given the patch and attended weekly discussions meeting with counselors and others trying to quit. People in group 2 also used the patch, but they did not participate in the counseling groups. After 6 months, 46 of the 143 smokers in group 1 and 30 of the 151 in group 2 had successfully, so those are our successes, stopped smoking. Did these results suggest that such support groups could be an effective way to help people stop smoking? Okay, so and it says use an alpha level, so they're telling me right here alpha is 0.05. Okay, so let's figure out what we're given. We're given 2 groups, group 1, group 2, right? And the group 1 does see the support group and group 2 does not. And our question says, do we think the support groups would be an effective way to help people stop smoking? So if we believe they're effective, then we actually are going to believe that the proportion in group 1 is larger than the proportion in group 2. And this problem is kind of the example that we like because we don't have to do all the work like we did in example 1 to calculate X and N. They're provided. X here for group 1 are the 46 who quit out of 143 who were questioned. And in group 2, it says 30 quit out of 151. So we want to go ahead and set up our hypotheses. I'm going to do this right here. Okay, and then we would say just the same as the first hypothesis test. The null is always the same. We believe the 2 groups are equal. And if the support groups were effective, we would believe that the first group has a larger percentage than the second. And then I would say, I'm not going to rewrite this stuff, but we would go to the calculator and enter it into the 2-prop z-test. And out of the calculator, we would get a z. Actually, let me do this on another line below it so we can write the conclusion too. And the p-value. So the z I got, if you want to pause the video and go ahead and run it, I got 2.408. And the p-value I got in the calculator is 0.008, which we want to compare to an alpha of 0.05. Definitely smaller. So here we get to reject the null. There is evidence of a change. So there is evidence to show. And then we can figure out what did we say here? Like the proportion in group 1 is bigger than group 2, but let's kind of put it in context. It says, do the results suggest support groups could be an effective way to help people stop smoking? So there's evidence to show support groups, that should be groups, could be an effective way to help people stop smoking. So we want to make sure that we always put our answer into the context of the problem. What is the alternative? What were we trying to show? And what were we able to or not able to show? All right, keep on watching. The next video should be notes for the second part of this chapter and then a few examples.